Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our power lunch. Thank you for joining us. Couple exciting things going on today. So I want to wrap up our skin cycling event that we did last night, taking that totally full circle. So we're maximizing that. And then Amanda's going to share something that she has come up with for special warm booking opportunities. Sonia is going to share Facebook, how she uses that instead of people getting dressed up every day and going out to warm book like people did back in the day. Now you can do it from the convenience of your home and through your Facebook. So she's going to share that. I'm going to wrap it up with skincare surveys. So lots of different things going to be recorded so you can re-listen. So skin cycling. If you were not on last night, I encourage you to go to my YouTube under playlist, Full Circle. It's there with the classes, everything that we did from our Get Your Year in Gear skincare classes, color class, and then also I'm going to pull over my original skincare class training. It's not my original, but it was pre-COVID skincare class training. So I think we have a very comprehensive library of visual tools that people can teach themselves and learn how to teach skincare. So if you didn't see it, first for yourself and then to use yourself. Because skin cycling gives us a format that's simplified. You can tape up in your bathroom mirror so that you're not only cleansing, toning, exfoliating, moisture balancing, and protecting with the skincare system, you're also using all the exfoliant, the retinol, the hydration, different products that we offer so that you can get maximum benefits, which makes sense. If you're a half off personal use consultant, you might as well get maximum benefits from all the possible products that we offer. But as a consultant building a business, it's really important because the more products you use and or have tried, the more confidence you have in sharing the products with other women. So first for you, and then for who. I encourage you to make a list of the women who are already on skincare, or women that you want to introduce to skincare, or women who they like to be on the front of a trend, or they take care of their skin. They're concerned about taking care of their skin. Those women, I know you can make a list of at least 20 of them. Use the script, the new consultant booking script. It's always on my website under new consultants in my new consultant training packet. That script I used to launch my business 36 years ago and have never deviated. It's always a face model. I need to get your opinion. We are testing, we're starting this new skin cycling. I need your opinion. I just fill in the blank. I'm earning a car. I'm becoming a director. Use that script with which date's best for you, blank or blank. If you're offering virtual or in person, depending on where they live geographically and or your preferences and your schedule over the next week. You book them, you see if they can have some friends join them, and it moves on. You could use that skin cycling. Alden gave you the script last week. Literally, all you do is have to text and say, have you heard of skin cycling? Are you skin cycling? Start the conversation. It's that easy with just Facebook messaging or texting one sentence that has less than 10 words in it. And then see who, starts to play ball with you. And then you go into the dialoguing that I shared. So please share with us as you are getting your results. I'm hearing, as I did with Hydra Session, which was something that we launched just prior to COVID, that put us in front of women who were concerned about taking care of their skin and were willing to spend hundreds of dollars on skincare, and it was saving them hundreds and thousands of dollars that they were paying on other lines or at med spas, day spas, dermatologists, etc. So I'm excited to see what the addition to this, to your toolbox and Mary Kay will be for you personally and for your business building. Okay, Amanda, I would love to have you share. She was just, sharing on Voxer, this idea that she was doing, and I loved it. It took warm booking to another level and preparation for those opportunities where you meet someone, you're just like, ooh, she needs like a little bit of extra something, or she's someone I really, want to connect with. So Amanda, will you share what you shared with me that I think some of these women may be interested in?
Yes. Okay. So I know a lot of people do this kind of already, have their little blessing bags and that they give out, to people. But so I have my blessing bags, and in them, they're cute. They're cute little bags. Of course, these are the bags that you get from the Satin Lips. But they have my business card in them, a quote, a Bible quote, a little note, and then a sample with a little bit of like confetti in it, just to make it a little extra and cute. So I tried to do something kind of, I guess, focus a little bit more about the opportunity. I do discuss Mary Kay in general, but I'm kind of, I guess, wanting to recruit people who would like to use this as an opportunity. And so the note, I'm going to read this here. And I said, "This is a blessing bag. I saw you and something told me you could use this blessing bag. Inside are some Mary Kay samples, a Bible verse, and my business card. I hope you enjoy the samples and the verse. As you see, I'm a Mary Kay girl. I love what I do and I have a passion for pampering other women. If you want to have some girl time with 3 to 5 of your best friends and have fun at a Mary Kay party, I'm your girl. If you want an individual consultation with a free spa treatment facial, I'm your girl. If you want to shake up your makeup and see some glamour, I'm your girl. If you need gift ideas for all ages, men and women, I'm your girl. If you need a career change, a side hustle, want to make a little extra spending money, maybe as a stay-at-home mom, want a fun hobby, or just want to surround yourself with uplifting and supportive women, I'm your girl. If you want more information about any of this, I'm more than happy to grab a coffee and chat. Blessings, Amanda R. Frank, your Mary Kay girl." So I was just giving this out to just, I guess, anybody down the street. And I really wanted to be kind of particular on who I handed these blessing bags out to. So whenever they came back to me, I could remember like what I saw in them. And I know I handed out one. I was pulling into the Walmart parking lot, and she was unloading her buggy, and she had kids in the car. I knew she was about to go home, cook dinner, get the kids ready, do homework. They're all screaming. I could just tell she was just a little tad stressed, and she needed a little pick me up. So I just got out my car. I said, "Hey, ma'am." I was like, "Look," I said, "I've been there, done that. Here's a little blessing bag." And I just kind of left it at that, simple. And she responded. She sent me a message, and she was just like, "Thank you so much. That is exactly what I needed," kind of thing. She didn't really delve into Mary Kay, but it was a start. It was a connection. And then my other example was I was getting labs the other day, and I'm sitting there, and the lab girl, she just looked at me. She's like, this is like the most Mondayest mornings I've had. It's just not been a good morning." And so we start talking a little bit more while she's, getting my blood. And I just reached down. I'm like, "You know what? I think you need to pick me up." And I said, "Here's a little blessing bag." And like immediately, you could just see the shift in the change in her face and how like that just one little simple gesture excited her. So I've been handing those out, and like I said, I've been trying to make it more meaningful, and so far it's not only are they feeling good, but it also makes me feel kind of good that I've helped somebody out that day and just kind of acknowledged them that, "Hey, I see you. Like, here's a little happy."
Amanda, people are asking if you'll post that in the chat or the "Are You Willing" Voxer group.
Oh,
That'd be fantastic.
yes.
I love this perspective because like when people are going out warm booking because they have to get leads, to me that always put a pit in my stomach, like because that was all about me. Whereas when I went out to compliment, in my everyday life, I'm going to get 10 leads a week. In that space, I was always paying attention to like who could use some encouragement or who's catching my eye. I'd give them a compliment, see if they'd interact with me. and then bring Mary Kay into it to fill out a skincare survey or to be a face model. But if they were crabby, maybe they just needed a compliment and I walked away. It didn't have to be a Mary Kay interaction. So hopefully this helps take the stress off you guys. Stop thinking about yourself and what she's thinking about you and what you need. Do the activity you need to be in front of the people to get the new leads that you need every week. But do it in a way that, like Amanda said, it makes me feel good. If it doesn't turn into anything else, it's making me feel good. And you're still doing your numbers to get your results anyways. So thank you, Amanda, for sharing that. And yeah, people were asking for your script. You're great at writing those things up. Thank you so much. And I'm going to spotlight Sonia. Where's Sonia? Oh, there you are. Thank you. And spotlight. Okay, Sonia, share with us. And you guys, all of the resources that Sonia's talking about are on my website under education, under getting leads. Take it away.
Thank you so much. So I am so utterly excited that I can look out my window and it's like a blustery snow globe out there and I don't have to go out there and find new leads today. So I love that, but you can totally do this from the comfort of your home. So the greatest thing that the pandemic has given to us is the opportunity to, bring all of us together here today so that I can share with you, and then you can go out today and you can have 10 parties on your books by tonight. So how is one going to do that today? Since I just said I'm not leaving the house, I'm going to say Facebook. Now, I'm not talking about telling everybody everything you're doing in your life. I don't do that. That's private to me, but I will love asking someone as I'm interviewing them. And I say, when you're on Facebook, I just have a really quick question. Do you get paid? And they're shocked and stunned and dumbfounded. And I'm like, because I do. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to jot some things down, because honestly, we need to learn how to use Facebook as a platform to help build our business. So, as you know, my story, I was a teacher. I came back into Mary Kay full-time last year, and literally 3 cars, 6 months, and the platform was Post My Party. But then once you go through a bunch of parties, you then need to get new leads again. So basically, the first thing that I do, and this is all things like Trisha and Raina, and I'm not going to say anything different that you guys have not heard, but it's kind of like a new diet or something that we can add to what we already make for dinner that's going to sound really great and it's going to be fantastic. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of Sonia into what I'm doing. But honestly, like, there's no magic pill here. So basically, the first thing that I do is I look for friends of friends of friends, because as you all know, I was a kindergarten teacher for most of my career and everybody is my friend. So when I'm on Facebook, I'm like, okay, who can I friend today? So if I've got, 8 people, you typically will go through different spheres. So like one sphere may be you're going to go from high school people, or you're going to go through college people or sorority people, or, so once you reach out and extend a friend request to someone, once they reply back to you, this is business. So the biggest thing that I learned from Nan Stroud, Emeriti National Sales Director, is live by decisions, not by emotions. So here's the deal, friends. When you walk up to someone and they're like, no, and you're like, oh man, if they're doing it on Facebook, who cares? Like, we'll never see them again. So like, get thicker skin and just get out there and get some new friends on Facebook. Once they accept your friend request, okay, here's Sonia. She's going to dive in. Here we go. So the first thing that I'm going to send to them, and this is all on Dawn's site, I typed it all up so that you guys will have it because I'm a teacher. So it literally says, first, you put their name, you personalize it. So it's a cut and paste that, like, basically I would tell you to have like one place that you keep all of your Facebook stuff. So you can just cut and paste. And that's what I do with all of my Post My Party too. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're just going to say, Dawn, I'm looking for sharp women that would be willing to participate in a test panel of Mary Kay skincare. Are you willing to participate in are you more normal to dry or combination to oily? In a challenge, I'm in a challenge with my team, and honestly, I just need your opinion. I need to get 100 women's opinion by next Friday, and I have 48 more to go. I'm so behind. I just thought I'd ask if you were interested to be one of my face models, and if you give me your address, I'll pop it in the mail to you, and you can give me your opinion. Can you help me out? Then I come back, and then I wait to see what the reply is. If she says, sure, and she puts her address in there immediately, I can tell you that first, when I started to do this, I was doing the strips. So it's, you know, the foil strips that you can get in section 2. And I'm like, I'm spending a lot of money doing this, and it's not going toward getting my next bling ring. So I'm going to now go to the trial sets. And by doing the trial set, I know that it's putting something out, but you have to put out first before you're going to get back. If I were to go back through my data, I can probably guarantee you that half, if not over half, of the people that I sent a test panel to become my personal team member, start with inventory, and will learn from me, because that's how I've first fed them in Mary Kay, is by example, by example, by example. So first, I will, if they give me their address, then I'll turn around and say, okay, fantastic. I have this Google form, which you guys are going to Google in how to make a Google form, just like I did. And literally, you're going to ask some questions in the Google form. Before you give anything for free, people, you make sure that you're going to get a return on your investment. So basically, in this Google form, it's just asking them for their first and last name. It asks for their phone number, because in order for me to send them a trial set, which, you know, the 3D set is 28 and the repair set is 38, I want to know that we're going to have a conversation, not a text message, a conversation. And when I have that conversation, what do you think happens? It's like the flower. It's going to unfold all the way, because I'm going to talk to them about the skincare. And then what's going to be next? Oh, you're right. You need to learn about more products. That 4-point recruiting plan. This is where you start with the end in mind. We all want the B, right? We all want the ring. We all want the sales. But we have to first start with, okay, once I get her this trial set, then we're going to have a conversation. Then I'm going to book a party with her. And if she's local to me, she's coming to the studio, so I can show her the hybrid of Mary Kay, which is the online piece and the in-person piece. So in the Google form, you're literally going to ask their address, tell me about your skin. Do you have any allergies to any kind of cosmetics? They're answering yes or no. And the last question says, I understand that I must chat with you on the phone, giving my honest opinion of the product. Receiving the product and not following through with a phone call will result in you being charged. So they're either going to pay the 28 or the 38. So you're basically just kind of covering yourself here, but you've got to be willing to give before you're going to receive. So from there, let's say that someone doesn't reply to you. So when you're on Facebook, again, when I'm getting paid, and you go to your private messaging and you're literally looking and you can see all the dots of people who are live on there. Oh yeah, she hasn't replied to me. I'm gonna go in and have a little conversation with her today. So I'll go back again. And here's the deal. Until someone tells me no, no is 2 letters and it's a word. If they say no, have a great day. I'm not going to be like, you know, I just kind of let it go, but you have to continue to go through. And another thing, how many of you have actually gone all the way through all your friends on Facebook? If you start with the A's and just start going all the way down, but here's the other piece of this, girls. You have to make sure that you're keeping good records so you know, okay, I went to her on this day. It's the same thing when you get the test panels back from people. I use that as a physical, okay, I text her, I tried to call her, I left her a message. So it's just making sure that you are checking all the boxes before you're like, oh, she's a dud. Because honestly, like, Kim McClure, I think it took 14 tries before she legitimately was like, all right, this lady's driving me crazy. I don't care if I'm the crazy lady because I'm not coming this way. I'm coming this way. So literally, I make it a game. I'm like, all right, how many girls can I get today? So literally, once I send them that test panel and it's in the mail, I love how Amanda was just talking about the pink pick me up, because I'll literally circle all the way through. If I first ask them if they'll be a face model for me and they don't reply to me, I'll let time go by. And then when I see the dots, I'm like, oh, she deserves another text message from me. So then I'll say, oh, you know what? I would love to send you a pink pick me up package. Is there any reason that you can't, give me your address so that I can send that out to you? So sometimes we have to take the obstacles and we need to overcome them. We need to go around. So she'd be like, oh yeah, sure, that sounds great. And I'm like, there's this Google form. I need you to fill out this Google form because I need to get all your information in there and I need to keep myself organized. So again, she's gonna get a trial skincare set for me. She may get some extras. And then when someone's like, oh sure, I'll take the trial, and she fills out the Google form, I'll say, well, guess what? I would love for you to know, when I say the words Mary Kay, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? And she'll be like, pink, old lady, whatever she says. And I'm like, you know what? I would love for you to allow me to share this with your family and friends in the comfort of your pajamas and a cup of tea or a glass of wine, whatever floats your boat. Allow me to show more of the company, the woman, the products, so that you can fall in love with more things. Skin Cycling Girls, we got to get all the pieces in here. So she's like, sure, that sounds like a great idea. And I'm like, well, when I put my pink pick me up package for you, I'm going to put extras in there for you because you're going to share your family and friends. So I'm already starting to build a bond in a relationship, because remember, she's my friend. These are my Facebook friends. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone else is waiting. So don't allow the weather. People have said no to you. People told you they were going to come on the call last night. They didn't come on. Guess what? You can send them the replay of that from last night. You can say, I'm going to send you a pink pick me up package. Can you get excited about that? I'm sure that you need a little sloughing of dead skin. I'm going to put a little package. You put a little note in there. You put some confetti. So when it opens, it's a big deal to her. Because what did Mary Kay always say to us? Make pretend there's a sign around every woman's neck that says, make me feel important. I know how I feel when I'm out and about and I give something to someone. Maybe it's going to come together and I'm going to be able to share the product, the opportunity, more about Mary Kay. Maybe she just got a product and she was having a bad day and it's going to turn her day around. When you bless someone, it comes back into your life in threefold. So honestly, take the time, go through your Facebook friends, circle back around, keep good notes, make sure you put the date. I mean, this is not emotional, it's business. And if people get angry at you and say, lose my, Facebook, have a great day. Have a great day. And then under my breath, I say, wrinkles to you. I mean, when I'm working out, I work out words in my head. And when people say no, but you can't be wounded by it. You need to get back up. And I'm sure that you have not gone through all your friends on Facebook. And I promise you, if I literally, and I will go through and tell you how many women were a test panel from my original text message that I followed around and around, and it went around bends and curves and turns, are my team members now. I was obedient. I did what I was supposed to do. Unless they say no to me, I'm diving back in. So hopefully this will bless you, but honestly, it's a game. Don't take everything so personal. Get thicker skin and do something until you get the result that you're looking for. And then honestly, how many parties have come from these test panels? A ton. And how many team members have come? A ton. So go on to Dawn's site and make your Google form and get yourself the trial skincare sets, because I go through those like crazy, not only with doing the test paneling, but every party that I do, a post my party, when it's time to check these women out, I'm saying, thank you so much for joining me. We're closing the party. What can I get you to keep you fabulous? Most people may have caught this much of my party. And I'm like, oh, well, no worries at all, because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get you a trial set It's either 38 or 28. You're going to get the CC cream. It's going to cost you $60.28. And then guess what? You can bless your hostess. You can bless yourself and me because you get to shop half off, discounted, or free. What's better for you? Like, we're giving them choices. Don't be so emotionally wounded. It's some will, some won't. So what? Someone else is waiting. You're muted, Dawn. Oh, there you go.
Sonia, there may be a couple questions in the chat, but do know that all the resources that Sonia's talked about is on my website. So you can go onto my website under education, under getting leads. It should all be right there. If there's anything missing or anything we need to add, we absolutely will, because this video, I need to do the skincare survey piece. But once that's done, this will go under Full Circle on the YouTube also. Because then when people say, I need leads, okay, great, go and watch. Between boot camp, Full Circle playlist, everything is there that people need to build their Mary Kay business. Thank you, Sonia.
My pleasure.
This spotlight off. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap up with skincare surveys. And on my website, under the new consultant section, frequently used handouts, and probably under Dawn's favorite resources, probably under getting leads, probably under everything skincare class. It is something that was a strategic idea that God gave me, brand new director. I can remember typing it up on a typewriter. You guys know what typewriters are? Typewriter, like a typewriter, piece of paper, went through, typed down I was so glad I took typing classes. When I took typing classes in junior high, I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm never going to be a secretary. I just knew that that wouldn't be a good role for me. I wanted to be the boss. Wonder where my daughter got that from. But I learned how to type so that I could type like crazy and still could do a computer for the same reason. So you never know. God uses all those things that you thought maybe were like, why did I learn that? Why did I do that? And you're like, oh, as we continue to walk down the line in our life, typed up 4 skincare surveys. And basically I was frustrated because there was people that I saw on a regular basis in a small town, that in a small town, you see the same people repetitively. And so sometimes you're a little bit more afraid to offer them a facial or find out if they're interested in the opportunity, because what if they say no? What if it's awkward? Who are they going to tell? So I had moved to a small town. I was in DIQ and we didn't have any technology. So my car team back in Arizona was really useless to me because you had no idea what they did until the month was already done. And so you could talk on the phone to people, but you never knew if the order was really mailed in or not. And so I had a couple of experiences of people that it was awkward when they said no, then when I saw them again, or I missed out on someone that then is letting me know they started a Mary Kay business and how excited am I for them. And I'm like, I'm excited for you, but I should have been the person that talked to you because you were within my 3 feet, because Mary Kay told us if someone comes within 3 feet of us, they need to know, that we're in Mary Kay. That's why we wore our pin out everywhere we went. And so on a skincare survey, it just simply says, do you currently use a skincare system? Yes or no? Just like the Google Forms. And you guys, a skincare survey now would easily be made into a Google form. So you would take the same questions. You don't ask how to make a Google form. Go on to YouTube and say how to make a Google form. Everyone here needs to learn how to make a Google form because they're so handy for you and they're so easy to use. I would have paper ones with you because I kept them with me in 10 in everyday life. I always had to get filled out. And by Friday, if I didn't have my 10, I knew I was going to have to go out and get 10. And I didn't like that feeling of having to go out and get 10. So I then did a better job the next week of combining it with my everyday life. And so it said, and there's working women skincare surveys. People have done all sorts of things with them, but basically mine was, do you currently use a skincare system? Yes or no? Would you give me your opinion of our skincare system? I think I said, do you currently use Mary Kay? And if it was no, would you give me your opinion of our skincare system? If yes, would you prefer by yourself or with a group of people? And then I have a check, check anything you're interested in, color, opportunity. I would put now skin cycling, skin analyzer app, retinol, all the current things, name, address, phone number. And I would just tell them, I'm doing a drawing once a month you could do once a week for a charcoal mask. You could do once a month for a pampering package, a $50 pampering package. People will usually fill something out. If you're getting 10 a week, 40 a month, you can give a $50 pampering package away. And of course, that's with their skin analyzer app and their appointment. That could include what Sonia's already talked about with a test panel if you desire. But the skincare surveys, you could literally, we're on Wednesday, and I'm going to challenge you. We used to challenge people over a weekend to get 100 filled out, and that was in person. There was you could text a piece of paper to them. You could text questions to people. You could Facebook Messenger people a skincare survey. You could give them to your customers. Like when I was telling people to get 148 hours, they would do creative things like find 10 women who use skincare or have a target market, warm market. If people use skincare, why not challenge them? Say, will you get 10 filled out? I'll give you, for every 5, a half off item. If someone used TimeWise Repair and got 25 filled out for you, they'd get their repair set at half off. Wow, that's a huge savings. And if for 25 leads, it doesn't cost you anything, right? They have to have a time frame. It only takes them 24 hours to get those done. It's not a week-long, month-long thing. But then my experience has been for every 10 you bring in, if you're working in Mary Kay's target market, so if the person you ask is in Mary Kay's target market, her warm market, and now on Facebook, you can go on and see what her warm market looks like easily. So out of 10, 2 will already have consultants. 2 are flat out no's or no response. So that's 40% right there. 2 are so excited, you would think that you just gave them a free car. 2 are like, I'll give you my opinion, because they love to give you their opinion. And the other, there'll be 1 person that wants to do a party and 1 person that lost their consultant. They're a Mary Kay orphan. That's the averages over every 10. And so I'm going to challenge you right now, Wednesday. So you have all day Wednesday, all day Thursday. I want to see who's going to get the most skincare surveys filled out. And I want you to tell me the responses. You can text that to me. You can box that to me. You can post that up on our Are You Willing Boxer group. But by the time your head hits the pillow Thursday night, I want to see who has the most. But I would challenge all of you, between what Amanda shared, what Sonia shared, and what I shared, why not get 100 new leads into your business? When you are getting on your date book, the first place to go is not these ideas that I'm giving you. The first place is with your list of women who are on skincare that you can introduce skincare cycling to, or they're people that you know that you haven't used the basic dialogue to get their opinion of the products, right? Those are your A leads. That's where you get the most bang for your buck. What I'm telling you is, in addition to that, in the next 48 hours, get an influx of new leads to help you finish this month strong and get on your date book heading into the new month strong, because we still have lots of time to have this seminar year and exactly where you want to be, but we don't have enough time to be at a place where you feel like you don't have enough leads to get the bookings that you need for the sales and the interviews. So I'm going to share with you on the Are You Willing Voxer group too, a little piece of verbiage from Karen Rydell, new national sales director, because the skincare surveys are something that she learned from me way back in the day, going to Debbie and Kathy's Charlotte retreats. And it's been an intrinsic part of her building her national area, finding 20 directors. And it's fun for me to hear people say, oh, and Karen gave me this great idea to get skincare surveys done. And I just chuckle and go, that was God at a typewriter when I was desperate and was like, okay. I mean, I was a brand new director and was like, I need new leads. And this is a small town and my husband's not signing up. I just got through DIQ and here goes. I need more leads. What do I do here? Thus, skincare surveys. So you guys, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Sonia. I will have this posted for you guys as soon as it gets taken care of. But in the future, when you're like, I need new leads, you go onto my website under education, getting new leads. And you listen to this and then you make it happen. Because I know some people who stay in their business at the same place on the career path or down backsliding because they say they don't have enough leads. You guys, it's like me saying right now, I don't want it to be snowing. Well, we're having a blizzard right now. I can't really, I can kind of see the house behind me. So I'm going to sit there and put myself in this frustrating situation saying, I want to put my flip-flops on and walk outside right now. And I'm just going to be upset, that that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's a blizzard. You can sit there and say, I don't have leads. I don't have leads. I don't have leads, but I want to build my business. I want to build my business. I want to wear flip-flops, but it's snowing. It's like, you guys are making yourself crazy. You're making yourself nuts. So is it leads or is it really booking that you need to use the scripts and take the time and book your 8 to hold your 5, diagnose where the issue is, you guys, and then fix it. That's where skincare surveys came from. It didn't come from me going onto YouTube or going onto Voxer or calling Debbie Moore. It was, I didn't have that luxury. I had to figure out how to get leads because otherwise I'd still be sitting there 38 years later saying, I don't have leads. That's why I'm not a national sales director. I don't want you there. There's more than enough women out there that want what we have to offer. You just have to figure out what's the route that you are going to find them. I guarantee you, they're going to be so excited that you did. Have an awesome day.